Time now for Bucket or Brick, presented by Jack in the Box. Bucket or Brick. Medina, I go to you first. Lakers should prioritize roster depth over third star. Ooh. Bucket or Brick. Good one.
Yeah. I am going to do bucket. Now, my caveat here is, like with any NBA trade, it always matters about the specifics. But I think what we've seen during the LeBron James, Anthony Davis era is that they're more likely to win, like in the 2020 championship season with roster depth, than they are with a third star, like they experienced with missing the playoffs the season that first season they had with Russell Westbrook. So no easy answers, but I think generally roster depth's the way to go.
Bucket or Brick?
I'm going to brick it, you know.
Ooh, Bresnahan.
I really think that the Lakers had the right idea a couple years ago. We need a third star. It was just the wrong player. Russ was not that guy. If they can find a third star who can hit threes, could play a little defense, you know, there's a few guys out there. It's not like it's an amazing bumper crop of free agents, but I think I'd like to see them pursue that third star again. You just got to make sure you get the right one.
Brez throwing a little curveball at you there, Medina. Good job. Bucket or Brick? Bronny James will suit up for the Lakers next season. Bucket or Brick? And remember, this is a basketball show, Brez.
It is a basketball show. Thank you, Peter. This is a bucket. I think. Okay, the Lakers they got their first round pick just after the lottery. They don't have a second rounder this year, but they have the Clippers second rounder at 55. Okay, I think they're going to buy into the second round like they usually do, seemingly every year or every other year. Late 30s, early 40s, and draft Bronny James. So I don't think I'm not sure he'll be around at 55. I think they're going to have to buy in, spend a few mil for the pick. Maybe with Orlando. I feel like they do a deal with Orlando with the draft every year. Every year, seemingly. And I think that's how they get him.
Good work. Bucket or Brick?
I'm going to do bucket with this. Because we like to embrace debate, I will do that. I think that they're going to ultimately select Bronny, but through a different way. I don't think they're going to buy a pick. I think he's going to be available at 55, and so therefore the Lakers will pick him. But I don't think it's through the lens of, we want to draft Bronny because this will help ensure that LeBron James comes back. I think that they're going to draft him because he's available. And in fairness to Bronny, even though he's not projected to be a game-changing player, he has shown upside. He's done really well in the interview process. He can be a good shooter, a good defender. He doesn't have a distinguishable skill set, not projected to be a star, but he's serviceable enough to select with the 55th pick.
All right, guys. Taurean Prince shared this with Lakers Nation. My family, the quality of life in Los Angeles is something that myself and my family haven't had in probably 3 or 4 seasons. Prince said, so to stay here would be definitely number one. If not that, then I mean, wherever the dominoes fall and wherever it's best, that's where I will be. But I for sure want to be a Laker 100%. Bucket or Brick? Mark Medina, Taurean Prince will be back in purple and gold.
I'm going to brick this. Brick it here. I mean, the Lakers are obviously trying to make changes. And while they are trying to lean on some roster depth, they also want to make upgrades. And I think that Taurean Prince, we saw more inconsistency than upside. The other wrinkle to this is that he was partly a beneficiary of playing time because Darvin Ham showed trust in him. Darvin Ham got a lot of flack for that. But now that there's a different head coach, he's not going to have the same kind of equity they had with Darvin Ham. So I'm going to brick it.
I'm going to bucket it, but so Taurean was here on the biannual deal, which is almost $5 million last year. I think he's got to take a little haircut. He's going to have to come down to a veteran's minimum.
If he was played the correct minutes, like where I think he signed up for the 17 to 21, instead of the being used so much due to injuries or whatever it was, do you think that did him more harm than good?
Yeah, he played a lot of minutes. He started a lot of games the first few months, and I think he was surprised by that. He didn't expect that, and
he was better in his other role.
Better come off the bench. He was like their only bench scorer in the playoffs. I mean, that bench really needed a lift, and he tried to provide it.
Donovan Mitchell's role within the Cavs organization ranks among the most powerful for any superstar in the league, per Windhorse ESPN. What Donovan has with the Cavs is what LeBron has with the Lakers. In fact, it might even be stronger. Bucket or Brick? This rumor that Donovan Mitchell holds more power with the Cavs than LeBron with the Lakers.
I'm going to brick that.
Brick that, bro?
I mean, that's a definite. I don't even know what that means. LeBron's got power here in LA, not just with the Lakers, but he's like Mr. Producer.
Power in life.
Yeah, he's a pretty strong guy.
Pretty powerful.
I don't know anyone more powerful than LeBron in the league, period, I can think of right now.
Bucket or brick?
I agree with Brez, but I'm going to bucket this just because I'm interpreting the question differently as far as, no doubt, LeBron James has more power, but as far as influence, right? LeBron is more important than Donovan Mitchell is, their respective organization.
Yeah.
But we have seen, frankly, since the Russell Westbrook trade, the Lakers haven't necessarily acquiesced and followed every expectation that LeBron James has had on what they do or don't do in the trade deadline. You know, he had expected them to make aggressive moves in each trade deadline. Last summer, he was hoping for them to get Kyrie Irving instead of doing the continuity path. And the Lakers have decided, you know, they're going to do what they feel is best. So, again, LeBron James has more power. He's more of an important figure. But as far as the dynamic, the Lakers front office has shown a comfort level of not necessarily saying, oh, we're going to do everything that he wants just because.
Watch breaking news. Donovan Mitchell traded from Cleveland tomorrow morning.
Bucket or brick? Either the Mavs or T-Wolves will get that Celtics ass and stop them from winning the title. Brez?
Yeah, I'm going to bucket this.
Okay.
For some reason.
Better get done soon, though. I think the longer it goes,
I know.
It favors the Celtics.
For some reason, I really thought Minnesota was going to take them down. For some reason, I still think Minnesota is alive in this series.
Okay. Well, by the way, when we're recording this, it's going into game 5.
Yeah. So, and it's literally tipping off in like 20 minutes or whatever.
Mark?
In fact, I actually bet the Timberwolves the other night to win in Dallas, and
good bet.
Won a little money.
Good bet, by the way.
Yeah. Can they win 3 more in a row? I don't know.
That was good. Good bet.
Yep.
I'm going to bucket this, but I think it's Dallas that's going to win the championship.
These games have all been so close, too.
This is a fascinating debate because on one hand, I think that the Celtics on paper have the most talent.
Yeah.
They're going to benefit from rest.
Yeah.
It's huge that Kristaps Porzingis has been able to take his time to heal.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in like 6 years.
Yeah. But there are questions because of his injury history. How much of a role can he have? And I think just from what I've seen, I'm not going to be the person that holds it against the Celtics for playing injury-riddled teams.
Yeah.
You play the teams that are in front of you. But I've seen Dallas play better basketball in the playoffs than I've seen with Boston. And I'm going to take into account, yes, the Celtics theoretically will raise their game when challenged against a bigger opponent. I just haven't seen them do that yet.
Yeah.
And I'm a believer in Luka with just how he's raised his game to another level. Top MVP. Kyrie Irving is Kyrie like he was in 2016 with Cleveland. And this supporting cast, man, with PJ Washington and Derek Lively II, like they have a legit team now.
Yeah.
So I just feel like they're playing their best basketball. It hasn't necessarily ensured that they've blown away the competition every game, but I feel like they've been more consistent. I've seen them more locked in than Boston.
June 6th, game 1, but we'll see who comes out from the West. All right, thank you for listening to the Lake Show podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you like what you hear, leave us a rating and review it on your favorite podcast app. We want to hear from you. Send us your questions. Hit us up on X, Real A Clifton, Geeter3, Mike _ Bresnahan Medina.
Mark G _ Medina.
There it is. Until next week. Peace.